Now we live. Can y'all hear me? Hope everybody can hear me out there. About to find out. See if the algorithm's just playing me again. Oh no, I'm live. Alright, y'all can hear me. Cool. Uh, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Brody. Thank y'all for tapping in this broadcast network as always. Uh, I'm doing a live stream, trying to get in the habit of doing it and everything. Wait for everybody to kind of join in for a minute because we've only been online for a second. Post them on the Instagram right quick. Hold on. I don't own the rights to that. I don't own the rights to that. We on live, man. We on live. World can hear me. Y'all can hear me. Y'all see it. We on live right now. Make sure y'all join your boy. Giving y'all free game. Free game tonight. Free game. Real quick free game at that. But yeah, check the link. See y'all here. On Instagram. Yeah. Oh, oh well. All right. But yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Brody. Thank y'all for tapping in. Like always. No, I've already introduced myself, but I feel like it's fitting to do it again now that we are starting the live as opposed to getting started. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things I normally ask in every video that I ever put up. Um, but this is gonna be a short live. I went on live the other day. Sorry, y'all could not hear me when I was driving. Y'all can hear me a little bit, but y'all can't hear me as clear as I wanted it to be. So uh, next time it will be better. For sure. Just wanted to throw that out there before I really got into it. But today, I want to keep this live relatively short. Just want to talk about freeing your mind. As tomorrow is the 4th of July, quote unquote, Independence Day. Um, and what is really independence in 2023? Um, when we talk about independence, oftentimes it's really just about the financial part of it, being able to take care of yourself and not having to worry about nothing financially. But I feel like this is a good time to talk about why independence really is also about your mind state, right? How you think, how you look at life, how you look at all the different things that's going on around you. Because it's a lot going on right now. It really is a lot going on. For starters, the other day, affirmative action was kind of banned by the Supreme Court. Now, race isn't a factor when talking about college. So your education is starting to be limited to those of color. Even also the now you can discriminate against LGBTQ plus community in terms of businesses. This is another thing that kind of went under the radar because of the affirmative action thing, but I think that's a big deal too. And kind of like I mentioned in my live the other day in the car, I was just talking about the new possibility of a new Jim Crow era that might just happen very, very soon. Um, so for me, I'm gonna talk about what independence is to me because independence is a big word. So me, independence not only is the financial freedoms that you have, but it's also the freedoms of thought, freedoms of mind, the ability to do your own thing and be free and not have to worry about be so caught up in the world around you, being able to think for yourself. That's a big part of independence to me is being able to think for yourself, not feeling like you have to have group think or think like everybody else, but you can see information and interpret it in your own way, whether right or wrong, and just feel the way that you feel about it and not be afraid to be questioned or to be called something, a name, some sort of phobia, whatever the case might be. Um, so that's really why I want to talk about that today, is because so much of life at this point is really about what everybody else thinks. It's not really about what the individual thinks anymore. Now it's about, well, what is everybody gonna think about me when I say or make certain statements, have certain thoughts, ask certain questions, and it becomes really taxing to people. It becomes very uh become toxic for somebody who wants to think for themselves, that wants to be free, have their own mind, have their own thought process, especially somebody in the public eye, where oftentimes when you're in the public, you kind of coached and trained to think a certain way, especially if you are trying to fit a certain demographic. You everything is about having to feel the same way completely about something, or you hate the other side, right? No longer can you feel a certain way, but still have certain values that may fit a certain thing. For instance, right, you could be completely liberal with your everyday life, do things, feel a certain way, live your life, not really caring about what other people are, being nice, loving everybody. But if you say the wrong thing, you're labeled something phobe, a phobia, or whatever. And it's real dangerous for us all to think that way. It's real dangerous for us to all have that same sort of monolithic thought where we all have to think this way or we gotta hate the other side. Um, because there's so many things that's going on in this world right now where people want to talk about your enemy. Well, how can you really know how your enemy thinks unless you listen to your enemy, right? Like, how can you beat your enemy? How can you beat the other team? How can you beat the people who you feel like are against you if you have no idea how they think? If you're not even willing to sit down and think about the questions that they may ask about their disagreements with you. And so today, I'm giving some straight advice on how to think for yourself, how you should have true independence, not just financial independence, because financial independence is a big part of life. It's a big part of everything that goes on. But if your mind isn't free, you're not truly independent in this world. So I'm gonna start off with my first bit of advice in terms of independence. And that advice is not being so afraid to listen to the other side. You should, as I stated before, you should want to know how your enemy thinks. You should want to know how the people that are against whatever it is, whatever cause that you feel passionate about, how they think. Because how can you get a true understanding of them, of your enemy? How can you get a true understanding of how to defeat them unless you are willing to open yourselves up to hearing what they have to say? Not only hearing what they have to say, but taking it in and really thinking about it and not just brushing it off with just some sort of BS. Because oftentimes in life, we just brush things off, but we don't really sit and think about, like, yo, what makes them say that? Why are they thinking that? Why should why are people listening to what it is that they have to say? And you know, you gotta open your mind up first. You gotta open yourself up to hearing things that you don't like. It's okay. We're gonna go through life so much hearing things that we don't like, whether it's you're not uh you're not cute enough, you're not smart enough, you don't have enough experience. Those are things that we often hear on a day to day that we don't like. But when people disagree with you on fundamental issues, whether it's something like, I don't know, gay marriage, race relations, how the government should be ran, you should want to hear what those people have to say. Not because you agree, but because you want to get smarter. You want to figure out how to be better, how to think better, how to counteract those people when they're telling you the things that you don't want to hear. And like I said before, how to defeat them, man. Too many enemies out here not to want to know how to defeat them. So listen to what they have to say. Think about what they have to say. Comprehend what they have to say. whether you agree or whether you disagree. Just take the time to truly listen. So that's advice number one. Advice number two, don't feel like you have to go with the crowd all the time. Sometimes it's okay to think differently than the crowd. Sometimes it's okay to be in certain environments, certain communities, but disagree with something. It's okay. Nobody's going nobody's gonna judge you. Nobody's gonna look at you different. Maybe the outside world might because they don't understand, but the people around you is the group that you should care most about. You shouldn't care about what Twitter says, what Instagram says, what TikTok says, what Facebook says. You should only care about what the people around you say. And oftentimes, us now, especially with social media and how addicted that we all are to it, myself included. I'm not gonna say I ain't a victim of this too. We care so much about what the outside world says. We care so much about what a stranger thinks about what we think. When in reality, their opinion don't even matter because they don't know you. They don't know your life. They don't know the people that you're around. They don't know how you think. They don't know what your values are when you say certain things. Sometimes people just say things because they want to know. They want to learn. They want to get rid of that ignorance. And instead of thinking how things are gonna go over, you should start thinking more about, is it okay for me to ask these questions? Is it okay for me to think for myself, not to feel this way about something, even though the group may think this way? It's okay. It's okay. And the crazy part is now society has really made it so you all have to think one way. And that's real dangerous. That's extremely, extremely dangerous. Because if you look at history, if you look at dictatorships, like I said before, I said this in my last five before, those sorts of things is how dictatorships start. Because everybody is forced to think and act one single way, live their life one way. And here in America, we're supposed to have this freedom of thought, this freedom of mind, this freedom of speech. Take advantage of that. Because there's so many places around the world where people don't have that sort of ability. And use it to your advantage. Say what you want to say. Feel what you want to feel. Don't worry about the other people. Only worry about the people around you. Worry about the people that you really care about their opinion. Think about what they think of. Because if they love you, they're not gonna hate you over your thoughts. They're not gonna hate you over your opinions. They just gonna hear you out, disagree if they disagree, and then y'all talk about it and y'all talk it out. Simple as that. So that's number two. And before I get into number three, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment what y'all think. Let the world know that y'all a free thinker. Because this channel, and also as I go into number three too, what I want, I'm just break down what I want this channel to be. I want this channel to be a space where we can all talk, we can be open, we can be free, and not feel like we're gonna get judged for our thoughts. Yes, I may disagree. Yes, anybody else who's on this platform may disagree. But we open the conversation. And that's what life and this whole sort of social space is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about conversation, not judgment. Um, so please just let it be known this platform is a judgment-free platform. And we here to have conversation, real conversation, whether it's about sports, whether it's about music, politics, pop culture, whatever it is, race relations. I don't even care at this point. Whatever it is, let's have that conversation. Let's be open and let's be real, and not play the game just to get likes. Uh, because that's not what it's about in this world. Likes only get you so far in this world. Um, there's a lot of people out here that's getting a lot of likes on Instagram, getting a lot of views and stuff on Instagram. But you get out in the real world, and don't nobody know who they are. People don't even think of them for what they want to be thought about or thought as. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. But let me get back to it. Please, like I said, do all those good things. Number three. The thing about number three is take time away from social media. Social media is more addictive than alcohol, more addictive than crack, heroin, weed, pills, whatever. More addictive. And the reason why it's more addictive is because it's a drug called attention. And so oftentimes people get hooked on the drug called attention and they don't know how to take time away from social media. They don't know how to take time away from their own bubble oftentimes. And so it's good to always take time away from social media. Sometimes it's good to take time to regroup, get yourself together, you know, allow yourself to replug and refresh yourself into the real world because oftentimes social media is a world of itself. You get on social media, you get on your news feed, your timeline, whatever it is, and oftentimes you're gonna see things that you like, whether it's clothes, shoes, jokes, whatever. But sometimes you have to get yourself out your comfort zone and get into things that you don't like. Because it opens you. It allows you to find new interests, find new things that you might like. Um, and also it just allows you to get out the bubble of social media because social media is such a bubble. It really is such a bubble. Um, and in a lot of spaces, certain niches, all the people know each other. So sometimes you got to get out your zone, go outside, smell the fresh air, talk to people in real life. Because there's a lot of people on social media that's the only place that they like to talk is social media. They don't like to talk to people in real life. And the pandemic, it messed that up. And I feel like I'm blessed every day because when I was in the pandemic, I was outside, I was working, I was still interacting with people. I never had to fully close myself off from the rest of the world. So for me, it's easy to go outside and talk to people, say what's up to people, have conversation, go back and forth. But the rest of the world got to get back to that. Whether you're wearing your mask or you're not, to each their own. But get back out in the world, smell the fresh air, talk to the people around you, go out and do something, live life, real life, live real life. Because once you live real life, you see the way people are, it makes you look at people differently. It makes you think about things differently. And it doesn't make you just feel like you have to think a certain way constantly all the time. Because that is dangerous to the mind, man. And then fourth, and I'm only gonna go to five because I said I want to keep this video relatively short. The fourth thought process that will help you free your mind is just open your ears. Open your ears. Listen to the world around you. Listen to the conversations around you. Because usually the smartest person in the room is usually the quietest. Or the least talkative. I don't even know if quietest is a word. I'm making up words on the fly. Because I'm making up words on the fly. But just sit around and listen. You learn a lot from just listening. Whether you go into something thinking that you're right about this, you have knowledge of this. Sometimes you don't have as much knowledge as you think. And I had to learn that. I'm a real stubborn cat. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a real stubborn dude. But when I got out of my comfort zone, I got into new environments. I got into environments where I thought I knew, thought I was smart. I realized I was dumb as a rock. And even just talking to you, I ain't gonna sit around here and say I'm the smartest dude in the world. But what I do is I like to listen. I like to listen to people. I like to get an understanding of people. I like to take what people say and figure out how I can use it in my life. instead of just feeling like I'm always right. I had to learn that. I've had to learn that the hard way through life. You know, being in environments where I was like, man, I knew what it was. I had this, and realizing, no, it ain't that. I opened my ears, and when I opened my ears, I realized, man, there's so much I need to learn. There's so much I need to know. Like shutting up and opening my ears, it taught me about stuff like AI, right? And just the power of AI, and just the power that AI is gonna have in the future going forward. Because right now I give people all this advice, this free game right here. If you wanna, as time goes on, as AI evolves in the future, you better master it right now. Because if you don't, bro, it's your job is gonna become obsolete. Learn how to master AI. But that's just something that I learned from just sitting and listening. Because I would have never knew anything about AI if I would have had my ears closed. And now I know, okay, boom, I gotta learn this. I gotta figure this out. Same thing with other things that's going on. Just even in this content, hearing people's feedback. Sometimes it's gonna be stuff I don't want to hear, but I gotta keep my ears open. And once you keep your ears open, a lot of doors open up, whether it's jobs, whether it's friends, relationships, whatever the case might be. You open your ears, and the rest will open up for you. So this is the last thing in terms of the free game that I'm giving y'all in terms of freeing your mind. And thank you everybody that's watching. Appreciate y'all. Last bit of information that I want to give in terms of free game tonight, before I jump into some more updates on the channel, some things it's gonna happen going forward. Last thing about the free game I want to give y'all. Last thing I want to give y'all about freeing your mind, opening up yourself, is watch your influences. Pay attention to your influences. Now, I know I just said open your ears. Very true. But the thing about opening your ears sometimes is you got to understand why you're opening your ears to certain things. And oftentimes with social media and television and the internet, period, you could be influenced by so many different things. And it's up to you to do your research to see who the influences are that you really should be listening to. Like I said, once you open your ears, you'll get an understanding of what's going on. But once you sit down and you do the research and find the influences that's right for you, whether it's news articles, people who are really out here on social media, really trying to help people, because that's something that's so lost on social media now, is the idea of helping people. Everybody is trying to get on, everybody trying to be at the most followers or when I had a most popping page. But when you see the influences around you, when you get good influences around you and show love to those influences and really try to put people onto them, that's where everything comes together and you really are able to free yourself and have a good understanding of life, understanding of the future, understanding of how you should go about things. Because it's easy for you to fall in love with people on social media, rappers on social media with the chains and the jewelry. And like I said, for all these, I have been a victim of this myself, where I've caught myself within these traps. But the thing that I had to learn was that they're nothing but traps. I had to figure out who the right influences are in my life, whether that's the people I follow. Because now I've gotten to the place now where on social media, I like to follow people that are motivational, people that are going to give me good advice about how to be financially free, how to be mentally free. Because those are the people that are really out here trying to help you. Those are the people that want to see the world succeed, not just themselves succeed. but the world succeed. And that's what it's about. That's why I had this Black Panther flag behind me, the Black Panther Party flag behind me, because they wanted to see the world succeed. Now I'm a firm believer in that. And I think in doing that, once you get the game, you gotta share the game. People want to say the game is to be sold, not told. I don't believe in that. The game should be told. We should want to see everybody out here win because there's enough money, there's enough space for everybody to succeed. And that's why the influences that you have, those are the people that are out here willing to put themselves on the line to give you information. Those are the people that are giving you step by step into how to do things. Anybody can just tell you, "Oh, I know this. Just go learn it for yourself." But sometimes everybody ain't in the situation, ain't in the right mind state to just go learn it for themselves. Sometimes you got to give people baby steps and say, "Hey, you go in here, you do this, you be all right." And then that's often could be the motivation for somebody to want to learn it by themselves. Because there's a lot of things out here that people can learn to be successful. Go learn a trade. Master AI, like I was saying before, because that's the future. That's the next wave. Not just learn how to do AI just to do it, but learn how to do it and learn a skill. Learn it to be able to run your own business. Because now with AI, you can not only come up with a game plan for a business, you can forecast a business, create a website, advertisement, all type of stuff. But if you don't have the right influence around, you ain't gonna even know what AI is, other than just some technology that's supposed to take over everybody's jobs. But you can be vital once you learn it. Even with your thoughts and how you think. If all the people that you listen to, all your influences that you listen to are telling you, don't listen to them. Don't listen to the other side because they're just wrong. You're going to be closed-minded. You're not going to open yourself up to say, yo, let me hear what they have to say so I can get the game of it. And it's too much of all that closed-mindedness. And Vinny's agreeing with me. That's why he barking in the background if y'all can hear it. Because he know this is a real game. This is a free game for y'all. But just learn the influences that are around you. Be mindful of them. And really take in the ones that are being genuine with their influence, with their game, with their advice. Because everybody's advice isn't good advice. It really isn't. Do the research for yourself. Reach out to people. If you see somebody that you like, whether it's on social media or not, or in real world, reach out to them, talk to them, have a conversation with them. If you think they're influential, talk to them. And you'll learn a lot from a conversation. So those are the 5 keys to me to freeing your mind. All those things wrapped up into one will give you true independence in this world. Because at this point, what is really independence in 2023? I think it's freedom of mind. It ain't just financial. Financial's cool. Having money is cool. But when you die, what's that really taking with you? But when you have freedom of mind, freedom of thought, your influence can reign a lot longer than just money. Look at Dr. King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Tupac. Yes, I put Tupac with those guys. Sasha Shakur, Angela Davis. I'm just bringing on some names that were freedom of thoughts. They thought for themselves, and their work, their thought process, it's gonna last forever. Bigger than money. It is. It's bigger than money. But yeah, that's it for the free your mind conversation. Like I said before, if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe. do all those fun things. Um, share this because, like I said, this free game. And I ain't even raising my voice. I ain't raising my voice today. I don't even feel like doing all that. I don't even think this is a conversation to raise my voice about. I think this is something where I just want people to listen. But before I get out of here, though, I do want to go over a few things for the future of the channel, not only the YouTube channel, the Instagram, Twitter, everything a little bit. So, in terms of these live streams, I did one the other day. I'm gonna start doing more lives for y'all. I'm gonna start doing things where I can really interact with everybody, talk to everybody, get people's feedback. Like I said before, this is a judgment-free zone. I want to hear what people think about numerous different topics. Today is just about freeing your mind, and I'm keeping it short because I'm hungry and I need to get some food. But Mondays going forward, I'm gonna really sit down and chop it up with everybody, bring people on the platform, allow people to really interact with one another, share ideas, have conversation about many different things. One week it may be sports, another week it may be music, it might be politics. Who knows? But it's gonna be every Monday night for sure. That's when we're gonna get it done. That's when we're gonna get it popping. And I look forward to it. I look forward to talking to you all. I look forward to sharing this platform, sharing this space, because it's a broadcast network for a reason. It's not just about me. It's not just about Q. It's not just about Sean. It's not just about anybody else who may be a regular on this platform. But it's about everybody, because a network is nothing without the people. So that's what this platform is going to be about going forward. It's about the people and getting people what they want. Shout out to Jalen Rose. Yeah, so not only that, go start using Instagram, do some blogging a little bit. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, every day I don't feel like being on camera. So I'm gonna start typing some stuff out for y'all, giving y'all some things to read, giving y'all some perspective on things. Yeah. And shout out to my man Q, holding down the Instagram as always, giving y'all that good conversation about the sports. Video earlier today about Russ. Couldn't agree more. And then just some of the other content he's been putting out on Instagram. He's been holding it down. I'm gonna start doing more with the TikTok to have more fun, doing some challenges, some funny videos, giving y'all a little sense of humor on there. I know I'm pretty serious on a lot of different things. I may crack a little jokes here and there, but do more a little bit more with TikTok. So be sure to follow me on there as well. Check me out on Spill. It's a new social media app called Spill, Black owned. I got the codes for the Lolo. Anybody need one apparently, because you need the code to get on there. So I got it for the Lolo. Serious inquiries only. So I'm gonna start doing some stuff on there. It reminds me a lot of Tumblr. I know people have been comparing it to Twitter. It reminds me of Tumblr more so than Twitter. For anybody that remembers a Tumblr, that was a cool platform. I used to like that. Share the gifts all the time, the lyrics, everything like that. That was fun. I used to enjoy that. But yeah, y'all check me out on Spill at Life is a Broadcast. Y'all see the at name for my own personals right there. At Broadcast Network and everything else. That's BRODCAST Network. Everything else. Well, on Instagram, on Twitter, all my wrestling heads out there. If y'all trying to check out the content, Broadcast PW on there, all the wrestling content on there, and then also I'm gonna have a Strictly Wrestling channel as well on YouTube at Broadcast Wrestling. Y'all check that out. Gonna start doing some more things on there. Have some more fun on there. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all for tapping into the Broadcast Network as always. It's been your boy Brody. God bless y'all and peace. Free your mind, people. Free your mind.